Hello and welcome to episode 26 of the MMA Wales podcast. Joined here with our guests today, undefeated mixed martial arts amateur star Ben Ellis, the pride of Porthcawl, or is he? We'll find out soon enough. And we have mixed martial arts, Welsh mainstay Lewis Long.
This is what you got to say.
Welsh. We originally had Lewis on yet. No swearing, Lou. We originally
haven't even spoke.
We originally had Lou on yet to talk about his upcoming fight with Jim Wallhead, but that's off now. Show us why, Lou.
Gammy foot.
Gammy foot.
Trench foot.
How did you do that, Lou?
Wrestling.
Who with?
Mason Jones.
Bad Mason.
Smashing you up, is he?
He's a bad man, just in fairness to him. He said, you're not leaving you with your limbs. He said, mate, we're only wrestling. But yeah, no. Good.
What injury is it?
It's a broken bone, mate.
Foot or?
Yeah, foot. Yeah, no, in the leg.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's also the foot bone is attached to the leg bone, and that's the one that is broke.
Right.
And the leg bone is tapped into the.
No, I'm very easy to go right away.
Hey, yeah, you got it. Yeah, so
side bone.
Yeah, that bone, the radial bone on the outside.
So quite a bit of time off.
No, I'm still training. I'm still doing like 1 million pull-ups a day, loads of core work.
So
Catching up with
no
me.
less than usual.
I gotta do something to explode. Like I've gone from training 3-4 hours a day.
Suppose you train through Christmas. Train right way through to the fight. It's a little bit disheartening. You say when you train through. I've seen people quit MMA because they trained through Christmas and the fight was off. So Sam.
I mean, I've missed. It's like any fighter knows you sacrifice so much. Some of my favourite bands have come to Cardiff in the last couple of weeks, and like Killswitch Engage and Parkway Drive, which I've been looking forward to. Can't go to that now because they got this leg tonight. Yeah. It's just it is a bit downhearted, but I've been in the sport long enough to know it is part of what it comes with.
It is what it is.
I just got to make sure I'm in the gym with my guys.
Yeah, stay away from the Haribos and try and stay on it until you're ready to go. Right?
Yeah, I gotta be in the gym for my guys. So that's keeping me strong. Watching them. Yeah. I can sit on the sideline now and give them more feedback rather than just feedback.
Punching them back.
I know too much about that.
So
sometimes
I get on the good side already.
And there is a lot of going on with the gym at the minute, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Obviously,
the gym's bouncing in fairness. Like Lou's looking sharp as this camp. It's typical, isn't it? The one time you look better than ever.
The one time I
Ooh, shots.
I don't know if you know this. Ben decided, I put in the group yesterday night. Ben said, I think I could take you now. You've only got 3 legs. I said, right, we'll fight tonight then. I said, we'll do it. We'll fight tonight. And he's shit out.
Mercy is called.
It's not. I mean, I'll beat you with 3 limbs. It's the best chance you got. I don't need that leg to beat you.
Pay-per-view, is it?
I don't. Okay, boys, come down.
I put some.
Kick him. See what his check's like now. He's got a really good check normally. See what it's like now.
Neon face. Great day.
Right. So
the gym.
So tell us who we got from the gym coming up.
I've obviously got Ben fighting Scott, bobblehead Ben. It's got to be in there.
I knew you were going to check that.
We've got Ethan Sylvie, who's 57k guy, 19, and like Ben will agree with me. He's the perfect student. Takes on board everything, whether he wants it or decide. Just listens to everything you say. You can coach him from the side of the mat, and he does what he's told.
Flyweight, is he?
Yeah, and he booked in 3 fights in a row now. I don't think it's like, I don't want to put too much pressure on anybody.
But you've got to, I've dealt with little guys.
They're not going to hit each other, are they?
You got to get you've got to get them out.
Yeah.
There's not too many opponents. If you're going to take fight, that's fight, because if there's no fights, then there's no fights.
Yeah, like I said to him, he's going to have to fight 57 or 61, and he's just going to have to take it.
Yeah. But he's a natural 57, is he?
Yeah, he walks around at 57, 58. But he's real talent coming. He'll be good. Who else we got?
So it's on Quicksilver. He's got like the perfect mix up. He obsesses about technique, and he's hard as nails as well. Like he's literally. He's got
exactly
what you want.
Isn't he like a karate boy?
I don't know. He come from that type. It looks like
he was doing karate and jiu-jitsu primarily, and then he branched off into MMA. Then he's just like obviously Lou's working hard on his tie and things like that. But he keeps that karate style footwork.
I thought of Ryan, he was telling me he was sharp.
Yeah, honestly, he's everyone in the gym agrees he's a
Lockie is looking good though.
Yeah, right off. Yeah, he's also fighting on.
He's on the academy card.
Yeah, he's fighting Mikey Kroll from Puthcall as well. Should hold a Puthcall on that card.
So it's free of you. Is it free on the card?
3 from the Matt Academy and then 4
Ryan.
from Puthcall.
So this is the strike and submit event on the 9th.
Oh yeah, we've got Greg Cuthbert on that as well. He's hard work, but he's he's a specimen of a man. He's going to take a few years to temper and teach properly, but he's
big guy, is he?
Yeah, he's like 85k or just athletic. He's got the attributes for it. Just needs to.
I rolled with him the other day, and he was like, "You're not bad for an MC." He was like,
"How many MCs you rolled with?"
I'm like, "Are you the only It's like, are you the only person who I haven't bragged about my undefeated record to yet?" Right, sit there. We got some time. We got some catching up to do. I'm Ricky.
Let me show you the pictures.
But I gotta have the evidence.
Obviously, got Khalid. Yeah, I mean he's
he's awesome 2018. He didn't.
Class.
I've been on at him a lot, and now he's starting to get that mentality, and he's on it all the time. Listen, reinvigorated.
Well, it was funny because I was saying
he's a funny guy. He doesn't mean to be either.
when he fought December the 8th, I had a show.
Oh yeah.
And the Swede.
Well, you didn't give us any pizza.
No.
I'm not letting that go.
When he
fought,
let go. You had pizza as well.
No, I didn't. Wait. We did have pizza. They bought
Wayne's still fuming about the pizza.
Anyway, when he fought on Cage Warriors in December, I had a Swedish over on my show the same day. Yeah. And they were talking about his opponent because it was Swedish and stuff, and they were saying, "Oh, Aaron's bit off a lot, no." And then when he beat him, it was like the next day. It was like, "Oh, fair play." But jogging, they were very. Then it was good because he's getting noticed there.
With that fight, Aaron, it's nice to see him have a tough round. He always has a tough first round, because he's a slow starter. But it's nice to see him be in the. He almost looked like he could have won the round, which was nice.
Yeah. The best thing I noticed about Aaron, he's got the ability to switch up like
sexy legs.
Saying that, yesterday I was in Matalan looking for
really nice legs.
I was looking for like clothes for holidays, and there's a row of like flamboyant shirts, and I was like, I know where Aaron shops now.
When we used to train, it was like you could see the treadmills or the stepping machines right downstairs. So we used to have a perv and half the time you're looking at it like, oh, it's Aaron.
Good legs.
Honestly, lovely.
Well, what's Aaron got coming up now? He's probably going to be on the next Cage Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, I've signed I don't know if they've released it or not, but it doesn't really matter. We signed a 5-fight deal with Cage Warriors now because I think there's quite a bit of low-hanging fruit in Cage Warriors for him to what's beatable for him on his level. And
he's climbing up the Cage Warriors division quite well now, isn't he? So I think he signed on this.
If there's an opportunity, he's got good legitimacy to fight for the title again. I mean, not again, but if something happens or he wins another fight or two, you can't ignore him. He's taking away all the excuses.
I mean,
cheers, man.
The second time he fought, cheers. The second time he fought, Ross was obviously the champion. He was a change of opponent, obviously, but
me initially.
And he was fighting someone else as well. I can't remember who. But
both pulled out.
So there's a switch up. So obviously when you have a rematch against someone again, you got a bit of time, didn't you? But I'd say he didn't have that. But as I say, a couple of wins. I think he's there.
Houston is taking a bit of a break now, and the Cage Warriors are putting up the welterweight
interim
title as an interim title between Alex Lahore and the Swedish Norwegian guy, Nicholas Darby. And I saw that and I thought, well, surely Aaron's got just as big a claim as any of them too. And I was like, oh, it's a good fight. To be honest, I think Darby will walk through Lahore.
I didn't. I mean, when I watched him fight, and because there was talk of us fighting me in Lahore before, and I watched him and he pulling away from shots so much. I thought, fuck me, man. He's not like.
He's just.
Do that once and you don't get red. Next time you do it, you're gonna get hurt.
He seems like one of them flashy guys that, as you come up the ranks will get exposed, and I think Darby
he's better at that style, much better at that style.
I think I would have loved to have it for it to be an Aaron versus Darby, I think, for the interim title, because I think Aaron, after tearing it up last year, it's the least he deserves.
Yeah, unfortunately for Adam, even the good year he had, he lost to Ross. Because he lost to Ross twice and then he won the title. That might have been why they're holding him away from that. Yeah, because they're like, we're going to see the third time.
I'm interested. You know, I've spoken to Cage, obviously building Aaron up, especially now they've taken over the ice arena. Yeah, I'm very interested in building him up on that show.
Being a next star from Wales.
He'd have to sort his hair out first. He's got a forehead like a thirsty lawn. But
he got the legs, but his hair.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, you know, there's a few things I want to work with him on. And,
but one of your other gym members, Jordan, just got a hair transplant. So
he did.
Something to think about for Aaron.
Yeah, but Aaron's will just be there.
We got Mendes as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. When he gets back fit, you know yourself what he's like.
Yeah,
hard work.
Is he training now? Or?
He's training, but it's just injuries and stuff.
He's Britain, bless him.
He's annoying though. Honestly, he sparred on Tuesday, like light sparring Thai, and he comes back and he's just as sharp as he ever was.
Yeah,
but he's powerful. Like even like I used to pad him, and I used to everyone say he's powerful and that, but he wasn't like too much on the pads. And then I padded him like a month or so ago. And I was like, bloody hell, just get back in there and just start taking people's heads. Get lightweights, not many of them about. You just got to,
He will as well. For a flyweight, he can seriously crack.
But he's got to be in there. Yeah. As well as me, you got to get him in there.
Yeah, he hasn't.
He's about 40.
Yet, is he?
He's about 40
years old. He's the oldest.
Mendes.
Yeah.
I thought he was only about 22 or something.
He looks about 22. He's laughing, isn't he?
He was in school with God. No, he is good. He's surprisingly older than what he looks. Yeah. But as I say, that's why he's a bit brittle, I suppose.
But no offense, he doesn't take many shots. His body's pretty healthy up until the last couple of months. He's had bad luck.
Yeah. No, he's right.
He's got a.
Yeah, and you'll make flyweight with no balls, but that's not going to be a weight cut that kills.
Do you think, like, when he starts making flyweight, perhaps he get less injured then, because obviously everyone sees him as a bigger guy. My intention with him is just to, get him fighting. I'd like to, don't care where or when he says let's go, that's it. Then he's gotta go. Like,
and of course,
even take a short notice for him. Like, I mean,
I think
it's just it's like take a fight short notice, no pressure on yourself. You just go in there and just kick ass.
Like. I think what's mentally done him is like yourself. He's planned. When I spoke to the guy, I fight then, and then.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but you got to get to the first one.
Yeah.
And then, it's like take one step at a time, and then your head goes a bit then because you're expected to take all these fights, and none of them are because you're out, and then
it's a mental toll.
It's a big knockback, and then. Obviously, he's had a lot going on recently with business and stuff. But
hoping to have Josh Ellis back soon. He's back in the gym now, and now I think now with this less pressure, because he obviously won the Worlds, had a bit of time out, and then more time out you have, and more pressure you put on yourself.
Exactly.
And I think that's the way you went with him. Now you're coming off a loss, and I think you can just get back in the gym and just.
I think with Josh,
get back to winning ways.
He's never had a run of it.
It's
like I've run when he was in the Worlds. He was like, it was like
healthy
fight.
That's it. Yeah,
no fights.
Yeah, he had 4 fights, smashed them all. Like we could do this in a month.
Yeah,
we could do it in a week. Let's get to it. Like.
And then no fights for a long time, and then you have one, and then no fights for a long time. It's like he needs a good 3 or 4 fights to find his feet.
Yeah, 100%.
In a row, and then he'd be good because he is a talent.
He was hitting pads on Tuesday.
He's so sharp.
He's in the cage. Everyone else is sparring, and everyone stops sparring and watches him because honestly, the crack on the pads.
Yeah, he's strong.
That happened to me the other day when I popped down for a couple of training. Everyone's just like, "What the hell is he doing?"
Yeah.
So we got. Obviously we're talking about your prospects, but let's talk about the prospect we have here around the table.
Yeah, Wally boy.
Wally, so when's your next fight? No joke. So Ben.
Bobblehead Ben.
Bobblehead Ben. Well, we were saying earlier, me and Lou, I came up with a nickname, the foot long, and then we said we should come up with a nickname.
Got to end like a microwave.
He kind of looks a bit like Cody Garbrandt. Do you
Looks
think
like
so?
one of them old school monitors.
I get so much of that. A guy in Puffball,
Cody.
he worked up the dump, and he's like, "Oh, excuse me, mate. Are you Cody Garbrandt?" It's like, mate, what is Cody Garbrandt be doing in Puffball up the dump?
In a dump place.
It's
Dropping off a microwave.
But
You look at old school monitors. You used to have a computer.
Sega Mega Drive.
I know what's happening.
Commodore
Yeah.
64.
All the girls love Lou, right? And now
Do
he's threatened by Ben.
Mate, that is
Younger,
exactly
Don't,
right.
don't give him any validity, right, to these kind of claims.
Gotta lower Ben now, so he's on the same playing field. Like none of you are as
But
good
listen,
looking
right,
as
if
me.
you give Ben any compliment, he literally takes it and runs. And he thinks he's like the king of the world.
That's
He's
the
like,
smart thing to do,
wait.
So as a coach, you're keeping him down.
Put in his
You
place.
say like a good kick. He's like, oh man, I knew it was a good kick. I was looking at all, so I do.
You know, right,
That's
that
the end of the
actually-
session.
That actually happened after I won my first title. I went to the gym on a Monday following the Saturday fight. And I'll be honest, I was a little bit like strutting in. Me and Lou sparred. And a couple of minutes in, Lou just went, "Mate, you needed to experience that just to know. Fair play, you did well on Saturday, but there's levels to it." And I was just like, yeah.
It was a bit harsh, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It wasn't the
It was-
Monday, it was the Wednesday.
It was a Wednesday. Oh, it was good though. It's like, it's what you need.
Just actually,
Level up.
you know, put it on him a bit. And I brought him down a peg or two.
There's too many yes men in the world. I mean, you saw if
Yeah,
you
I
watched the
wouldn't
box.
have. Have you noticed?
No, like hell. have you seen Adrian Broner? He had a boxing match the other night against Pacquiao. Got absolutely schooled. But in his corner, he's like, "Oh yeah, you winning the fight. You winning the
I know.
fight." He's like,
What do you think?
"I won that fight," and I was like, "No, mate, you got your ass kicked."
It's laughable.
So
Actually.
it's like, you use too many yes men's a bad thing.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a fight.
So I apologise for blowing steam up your ass.
It's a
Someone
fight.
asked him, mate. I'm glad you do. 'Cause he didn't.
So, should we talk about his
Made
fight?
so many to you being, you know.
So tell us who you're fighting.
Yeah, so I'm fighting Scott Pedersen on March the 2nd. That's for the Cage Warriors title. So that'll be my second title. Scott's got a couple as well. So yeah, no, it should be good.
How would you feel about the match?
I'm fine with it. To be honest, we've been offered the fight a couple of times. And I've got like a bit of an old school attitude. My attitude is, look, my friends are my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to challenge them to a fight because they're my mate. But then at the same time, I'm proud. So if somebody challenges me, then it's on. And it is on.
So
And
he
that's the way
challenged you,
around,
yeah?
is it?
Yeah, in fairness to him, it was really respectful. He sent me a private message. He sent me a private message just saying, look, no
Fight me in.
disrespect.
So the DM's like.
Yeah, there's gonna be there's a title on the line. They've already said I'm gonna be the one fighting for it, and basically he wants it. And then I just replied saying, mate, yeah, fine.
Can you tell him we're not going to be friends anymore? He said, we're not friends now.
We're not friends up until the fight. That's just a fact. And he knows that.
No, but
Scott,
that-
Scott
like-
knows me pretty
Like
well.
every fight is different, and that's the way you are.
Yeah.
That's fine. Do you know what I think?
So what happens if you're both going for your run and you're running past?
Does he live in Portugal
Coney
anymore?
Beach?
No, he lives this one.
That's
There we go.
If it was, we'd be racing, mate. Racing.
Or
just,
Shadow.
as long as I win.
Shadow
so-
fast. Shadow's really
Run
fast.
towards the lighthouse.
On the rocks. The rest be.
It would be funny if that
The
happened,
rest bay
but-
riot.
So you'd have to run a long way to
The
Macross.
Treacle Bay tear up. The Coney Beach
Oh, here he
conflict.
goes again. Come on, get him
I
on.
like you.
Puth gold punch up.
That's it. Yeah, Lewis is on board. He's on board.
Come on, James.
The rest be
Riot, I said.
Riot.
Yeah.
yeah,
Rest
sorry.
be right.
Okay.
No.
But no, I should be good. Honestly, when they announced it, like me and my brother were in the lounge chilling out on both of our phones, just going mental. Like everybody
Yeah.
messaging us asking for tickets. and
Are you
stuff, so-
both like big, like personalities in amongst both called the people know you guys?
I think everyone knows everyone because it's so small. I wouldn't say like we're,
Scott's really quiet, though, isn't he? I
yeah.
mean, he's
so
not-
am I, to be honest.
But
I
not
just
just
think
that.
it's-
Like, how old are you? How old are you, man?
26.
26. Like Scott moved away. I suppose more people know you.
Yeah. he
I'd
moved away
imagine
from Asia,
Scott hasn't really been there, has he? I think,
Yeah. Like again, just because it's so small, and because obviously everyone knows him through fighting.
Yeah.
Like people
yeah.
definitely know who he is, and
Yeah.
then same as me, just because of fighting and Puthco small, people know who I am. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of interest.
It's and like the way I look, I mean, obviously we speak about this a lot. If it was a professional bout, I'd feel a little bit differently about it
Yeah.
because it's like you want to fight the best guys before you're pro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
To get that experience, and I think even Scott fighting is great for both of you.
I think it's
in
great
my
for.
opinion.
I think it's great for Welsh MMA as well.
Yeah, I mean, it might be at the point eventually where that's the way it goes, isn't it? Like there's different countries where they have to fight each other at the top.
Yeah.
Initially, you wanted Danny Williams, wasn't it?
Yeah, I called out Danny Williams. I think it was on the MMA.
I saw
Worlds
that,
thing.
yeah.
Just because fair play to him, he beat Jordan.
Yeah.
And it was like, right, if he's the European champ, then let's have a scrap. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I mean, Danny seems like a nice guy, but I didn't think too much of his response. Like,
No.
he replied basically giving me a lot of
What
compliments.
did you say about him?
What did I say?
What did you say about him? Let's not be nice now. What did you say?
I can't remember, I just tagged him, didn't I? I actually can't remember as well. But no, he replied being like pretty complimentary.
Yeah.
And then he said, look, he basically said, I don't know what I'm doing, and therefore I'm not going to accept the challenge. It's like, well, someone's challenged you.
Don't know what you're doing. Why not?
Yeah.
Someone's challenged you for the title.
Yeah, I get it.
Well,
Yeah,
I
like,
don't know what I'm doing, so I don't know if I can do it.
yeah, like we've all had fights
I
here,
don't
and like,
know.
you know, if somebody challenges you to a fight, it doesn't matter who it is. More likely than not, it's going to be on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, whether it's a legal fight or not, that's the nature of the person who fights in it. You're going to want the fight.
Yeah, I mean,
fight,
I'm surprised. Yeah. So he's got the European title then.
To be honest, I don't know. He won that title last year. I don't know if they like recognize him as the champion now, or if he just won that for that year. I have no idea.
I think
Because
the plan is to every year have a Grand Prix, amateur Grand Prix at the end of the weight class. So maybe your fight with Scotty now, then the tournament,
yeah.
the Welsh champion will go on to fight the Southeast champion.
I don't know how it was, but last year it was like west, north, south, and Ireland, wasn't it? There's four.
Yeah, something like that.
But now they've got like Norway, Swedish academy champions.
Yeah, yeah.
They're doing them all over Europe as well, Belgium. So like,
Okay.
it's more European then, isn't it? But,
Yeah.
but how do you cut that down? Is it
Yeah, got to get right
8
system
instead of 4? Or I would have thought it was like, right, now he's the champ, now he's got to fight the Belgium champ, or he's got to fight him.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's the way. You got to fight the guy from Belgium.
To be fair, like the more
I don't know.
high level fights, the better. But
Absolutely.
I could care less about their setup. Like,
Yeah.
I want to beat Scott now, and then once that's done, whatever they offer, I'll let Lou make the decision. He makes all my decisions for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way to just fight now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's
I mean,
interesting.
the boys all got trust in me, and we speak through every match, so we discuss it. You'll say, you represented me, and I want you to be happy. If you're happy and you're winning, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's the way we work, isn't it?
Yeah, literally. And like I say, I trust Lou. Like I said, before my first fight, he sent me a message on Facebook saying, look, there's a fight, blah blah blah, and I said, oh look, honestly I don't think I'm ready. And then we sparred. Then a couple of days later, I got Shark Tanked. I walked out the cage, and he goes, "Yeah, Ben, you're fighting." He's like, "Don't insult me because I know the fight game." And I was just like, "Oh yeah," scared of him. Like, yeah, okay, I'll fight.
Don't insult me by telling me you're not ready.
But no, he does. Lou knows the game inside out, and say he's only a couple of years older as well. So it's like it's not the same as having a mentor who's like a little bit past it, and maybe he's got like outdated views. He's got modern views. So it's great.
We've heard my views.
Yeah.
Lewis is a modern man.
For a new sport, Blue's been in it a long time.
Yeah.
So there's I understand.
But anyway, we've got to take a short break now, so we'll be back in 5 minutes' time for the second part.
Get on it!
Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of the MMA Wales podcast. So before we went off air, we were chatting to Ben about his upcoming fight with Scott Pedersen. Tell us what sort of training you're doing in preparation for Scott at the Mat Academy.
Like on top of the stuff you'd expect, like your jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing. Like in all fairness to Lou, he's done a lot of courses in regards to like yoga and mobility and things like that. So we've got a really big strength and conditioning emphasis at the minute, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like maybe not strength, but it's like we're looking after your fighters, looking after the small muscles that work well, just looking after fighters, getting them flexible, getting them mobile, and
stop them from getting injured.
The guys can see the benefit of it. I mean, when I can triangle myself, it's great, isn't it?
You can triangle yourself.
I get my legs above my head.
Go on.
How do you defend that?
Huh? It's this talent I've had from a teenager, if I'm honest. Misspent youth.
You see a lot of doing, like you go to like a fighting gym, and like there's like an unspoken challenge where whoever's more battered when it gets to fight night. It's like, oh yeah, that guy trained harder, and it's just outdated and stupid.
You're right.
Like last night we did a lot of wall wrestling last night. 15, 20 minutes before it, all of the boys were on the band doing like glute activation stuff, mobility for the shoulders. Yeah. And it makes you feel so much better.
And it's like when the guys are, I done my Masura course and my yoga course, and the guys say, I'm feeling bad, like, I need a night off. Like, don't have a night off. Come in the gym, we'll do a bit of mobility, working on some injury work. and then they can go away. At least they, if they got a fight, it's like the worst thing to do is go home and sit down, because your brain starts working, and then you're like, you got to keep yourself in the gym. That's the way. That's the way you're working for it.
Yeah. On top of like the injury prevention, so it's like Eddie Bravo was saying about like guard limitation. Like if I haven't got a certain amount of like flexibility in your hips before you've even started, your guard's limited. He's like, you won't get a black belt off me. So it's just like, for the sake of putting, I don't know, half an hour, 30 minutes, hour, whatever it is, of extra work in to get that extra flexibility. Why not?
Yeah.
And in fairness to Lou, like he's hitting triangles from everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy now.
And it's effective. Like even when he's on his back, like just reaching up and bringing his legs into play. It's good for fighting.
So anyone's going to fight Lou soon? What's our triangle?
It's not something I've worked on. It's just sort of like, getting the das, getting the triangle, getting a triangle, then dasing from the triangle, and like just those sort of it's just like all of a sudden, it's like when something clicks in your game. And it, rather than you training, it's just because your legs again. Because it's just hips from more.
Excellent.
I went to one of Lou's yoga classes, and I never sweated so much doing what I thought was so little.
Yeah.
But obviously we weren't doing little. It was just a lot of intense minor movements. But I was messed up after. I was
generally, if it feels easy, it's not right. It's all about focus in the mind.
Like the body, will naturally compensate. So if you're strong in one area and weak in another, you'll naturally twist yourself. And then that's why you've got to have a coach who knows what he's on about. Like Lou, and he just goes, "Oh mate, change that."
Your body always looks to cheat.
Everything's screaming. Yeah.
Your body always looks to cheat to gain momentum or to get your hips up.
So you're black belt in yoga.
Well, I'm black belt in origami.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. No, that's a cool approach. I mean,
fully up, even myself.
There's not many people who go for that approach, and it's something different, it's something modern, and obviously with the success your gym is having, it's obviously having a positive effect on you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to speak volumes, and I'm looking to move gyms in the next 2 years again, 3.0 or 4.0 now, Matt Academy, where we're gonna have treatment rooms and referrals between like physios and sports massage, and with then a functional area of where we can do obviously the yoga, the band work, some power work, obviously mats and bags and stuff. That's where I'm looking to go with it. Looking after fighters and actually getting it done right. It's too much of this old school mentality or too much of this new school. Oh well, I gotta rest this. It's like you've got lots of other things to work on.
Yeah.
You just old school was like I'll train through everything.
Yeah.
But then
it's hard to find the app medium. I was talking about this this morning.
Yeah.
It's like they're not training because your fingers hurting. Or the overtraining and being battered, and then.
But that term overtraining came in, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm overtraining."
Yeah,
I'm having
exactly.
2 weeks
They
off.
milked it. Yeah. It's like I always overtrained for a fight. I mean, and most people did, but
Well,
it's
you're gonna do it.
like we were talking there, but it's like when you get older, you get a bit wiser to it.
Yeah.
And then, because you train the most, and then gas in the fight, because you've overdone it. And then you step back a little bit and you look at it, and then the fights are easier.
But that's again with this mobility and sort of keeping the fighters fresh is it's on my mind a lot, because I'm always trying to develop myself as a fighter, martial artist and stuff. But as you said, when guys are overtraining or they are tired, they can still be doing something to benefit these muscles. Trying to aid their recovery with whether it's just foam rolling work or distraction work with bands. It's
like active recovery, just drilling submissions from wherever. That was me on Monday. I was honestly
rather than getting that mentality of I'm not training tonight. He's going to be working harder than me. He's at least doing something is good for you.
Yeah.
It's like you sit at home or you think, I got knackered. I gotta train.
That's the thing. You haven't got to get punched in the face every time you go to the gym either.
No,
that's the other.
You haven't got to die every time you go to the gym. And I've heard that loads, but
Yeah.
But be outside looking in as a coach now, I much better with the boys than I am myself.
Cool.
I suppose you can learn by seeing the other guys. You can learn about yourself then as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Excellent.
So next week, MMA Cymru hosting the national trials to determine the squad that will be going ahead towards the Europeans and the World Championships. Ben, obviously one of the top lightweights in the country. I've been nagging him as long as I've known him. You should try out. You should be part of the team. But he's always replied with the same answer. Like
No.
and there's a simple reason why. I mean, it's not. You explain your views.
Yeah, there's a few things to it. Like, and it's not to insult anybody who's involved in the IMAFs or anything like that, because that's the last thing I want to do. I think
That's right too.
all in all, everyone's trying to improve MMA, which is great. But I've got my team, and my team's the Mat Academy, so I'm not going to go out with different coaches and represent anyone other than the Mat.
Would that be a problem though?
I think with like again, like I'm saying with Ben, I spoke to Ricky the other week. I'm all for it, but I think a lot of that the mentality is if my guys wanted to train with someone else, they train with someone else.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, couldn't you take Lou?
Yeah, I know, because we did mention this, didn't we, about getting into that.
Yeah, I said, whatever.
But then there is like a bit more to it. Like, the vibe I get from the IMAFs is like it's almost like a BJJ vibe where like everyone's super friendly before they compete.
Yeah.
And it's all in the same
and that's
hotel.
not for you.
And yeah, it's all like, oh, bro, yeah, great fight, you just beat my ass.
Yeah.
Why does he set it up? Why does he set things like this up, Ben?
Basically, the way Lou explained to me is you've been in a hotel with 31 other guys that you could potentially be fighting with will just drive you insane.
Yeah.
If they were next door to him, he'd be on it. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you all night through the letterbox, whatever.
I was talking to Josh Ellis about this. And he was like, is he like, yeah, he hates anyone he's going to fight. I was like,
it's weird.
Really? Because he's all like smiling.
Because you seem like a smiley guy. You relax and stuff. So like you must really turn yourself into like a mindset to want to fight someone. You must become someone else to fight someone.
Everyone's got their way of getting their mentality the right way, isn't it?
I have like I have a code and it makes perfect sense to me, but I don't think it makes sense to anybody else. Like basically my grandfather was a pro fighter, so I used boxer back in the day, so he taught me how to box growing up. And it's just like there's no friends in the cage or ring, whatever it is. So
pop in your corner.
So like the only thing I want to do when I fight someone is win. Simple as that. And like if somebody wants to be respectful, like look you in the eye, shake hands beforehand, then fair enough. But like when somebody comes up to you acting super friendly, like sorry to swear, my ass is like fuck off, get away from me. Like.
Yeah,
it's like they want to be friends and Ben wants to.
No, I get that, but after the fight things change. But
honestly, after the fight, just so long as nothing dirty's gone on, I'll be the first one to shake hands.
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, that's the way people are. That's fine. And to be fair, that in the modern day, it builds fights as well. Yeah. But everyone likes to shake hands afterwards.
Yeah.
So, like, everyone.
But like the whole like respect and stuff. Yeah. It's all fake. Like how often do you see after a UFC fight? They'll be like hugging, giving compliments, and then a week later on social media slagging each other off. Yeah. I find it fake. So for that reason alone, like even when I fight somebody and I beat them, I'll shake the hand, good fight, and that's it.
Yeah. So when you beat Scott, are you going to be friends after? Yeah.
Well, me and Scott will be friends after, but we're going to fight. I'm going to win, and then that'll be that.
That's right, Scott. No, I'm going to try my.
No, everyone's different. I mean, I think I know that when you go to fight someone, you always do that crazy shit, don't you? So.
Oh, I mean,
but you've come from a judo background first, where everyone knows each other, and then there's the tie is the same. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, like yourself, we've been in the sport for so long that to me, fighting is.
Yeah, you don't care who they are.
It's not about them. It's about me. You know, like it's going to be about my self-development. I don't care whether he's angry at me, smiling at me, kissing my toes. You know,
like you've seen you in weigh-ins. You've hugged your opponents. You've embraced them.
But it just shows the difference. Like, that's what's amazing about fighting. The personalities are so different.
You should never be anyone. You should never be out of your own character just because other people are doing it. If that's the way. If that approach works for you, that more power to you. Same as Lou.
I just don't take myself seriously. You know? When someone tries to like abuse me online or something, I'm just like, you probably will, mate. You'd be lucky if I'd be there. To be honest, I am shaking in my boots. You know. I will just play to it.
But if it happened to Ben, he wouldn't sleep.
It's funny when
fight him, he's out to the door.
when Lou's weighing in to fight, and I'm with him, like Lou will be like smiling at the guys fighting, and I'm just staring at him. Like,
he wanted to fight Sean Lomax. He's that's him in there. He's that's him. Yeah.
Clearly that's him.
Yeah, he's facing the other way. He's going the wrong way. I walked past him like 2 weeks later. Just like
didn't know who he was.
How
did I phone him?
Cornered him, fought him, everything, and he's
no flicker of recognition or anything.
Bless, he's had so many now, isn't he?
Still pulls up the
He's starting to do quite well now.
Yeah, he did a lot better against you than many people thought he would.
He was honestly, like, I'm no slouch on the floor by any means, you know. And normally I guess some of these positions, you force people to, you force people to react a certain way.
Yeah.
No, not him. I don't know what he would do. He just fled out.
Fled out.
just like what?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
I'm not reacting that way. Yeah. As I say, everyone's different.
Yeah, he's fucking.
What? Yeah. So, what else we gonna talk about?
So yeah, we were talking about the IMAC and everything, and
but you want to kill everyone.
You want to kill, and now Ben, the nicest guy ever in front of the camera, obviously, but he's got this killer vibe about him. I mean, there was this one time where your opponent pulled out. It was a last minute replacement.
Sammy, nice guy. I like Sammy.
He comes over to say, tell a story. You tell it better than me. Obviously.
I was with Cam Clark. I got to give Cam Clark a mention, by the way, because he's had some issues with his eyes, like retina, like serious stuff.
Well, he's wearing an eye patch the other day. I thought that was just a dress code of the Mac Academy.
If only, mate. I'm trying to get rid of a leg, you.
Honestly, right, the guy's bought himself a pair of goggles so he can help me get ready for a fight. Like fair play to him. Like literally covering up his eyes. Absolute tank. So him and I were together. He was fighting Jordan Peak, and I was fighting this guy. What's his name? Sammy. Yeah. So like a couple of minutes before, Jordan and Cam bumped into each other, and it was like respectful handshake, whatever, we're gonna fight. And then I saw Sam, and he came up to me, and he was like overly friendly, like I forget exact words, but it was like big smile like this, like as if we're good mates. So I said, "Get away from me!" Like, this is like in the way in. I'll be honest, I find it like not that I want to criticize him, like I talk a little bit when I fight, but like my rule is like if I'm gonna say something to someone, it's when we're eye to eye. And then, like on a podcast, I'm not going to talk too bad about him when he's not here to defend himself. Yeah. But I can't respect him coming up trying to be best mates.
No.
When I see someone talk to him in a fight, when they
shake your hands and there's cuddling someone you don't know.
And the big one was, this is the real big one, when we were walking out, he was at like the top of the walk, and I was like 30 meters away, and he turns around and points at me. I just looked at him, I was like, I'm going to kill him. Yeah. But then when the fight started, he wanted to touch gloves. I was like, fuck that. It's like that. There's no way you're going to point to me as if you're a killer and then try and touch gloves and make friends.
Yeah. It's
like when I see a fighter talking to him in the cage, I go,
this is actually a good one.
Diaz is off.
I forget what fight it was, but I was super ill before it, like real bad. So my mother was really nervous fighting, and normally my mother's okay, but like I was so ill. Apparently she was like shaking and stuff. And then the guy started talking to me, and then my brother's mate who was with her at the time just said, as soon as he started talking, she was like completely relaxed. She's like, Ben will hate that. That was a brutal fight as well. I had them, that wrist ride Habib likes when he like just locks up the arm like underneath and catches on the back. I had that. I was literally just slamming him.
You see fire stick shots, and you're in the corner, and you go, see how man. Yeah, good luck.
It would always be
bobble head, but you're like.
I think any normal family would be reversed, wouldn't it? Like the mum would be so much more nervous when someone starts talking to her son. Literally, as soon as he did, my mum was like, I was completely relaxed after that.
She knows it.
It's on. Like.
Phil West just went,
I can't believe the contrast. Like, I mean, I've met you a few times, but everyone watching this now will think, Ben's like a great guy. He's well spoken. He's smiling. He's happy.
Or the
But then
exact
no, you're exact opposite when that cage door locks, or before you walk into that cage. But
that's what's so interesting.
But if that's what works for you, then great, isn't it? You know?
But our mentality is the same when it comes to training and fighting. You know, we got. Though we're completely different, obviously different people and got different ideas of who we fight in, whatever. But when it comes to training and stuff like that, we're so like-minded. Yeah. And there's like a couple of us now that we don't win, just get on with it, you know.
Yeah, I honestly think 2019 for the mat is going to be massive. Like,
I'm excited, mate.
Yeah, we've got some really good boys. We've got a pretty scientific approach to how we train as well, and then we combine that then with like how hard we train.
Just make it all up.
Lewis.
What about triangles?
when I met Lewis, he was in university studying science. Could have been
forensics,
like Dr. Bunsen and Beaker.
Beaker. What Beaker?
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, we were just touching upon the IMAF trials. I was just out in Sweden on the weekend, emceeing Swedish national finals plus Fight Club Rush. Few of the boys who've fought a lot in the adrenaline were on the card as well, and it was good to see how the Swedish federation do things with instead of having trials and stuff, they have fight-offs. They have a semi-final and the final, and it was great to be out in Sweden. Also
represent.
Also Jorgen as well, the Swedish coach who's been over here a lot of time. He's got a show now. It's going from strength to strength, and he's always put fighters towards you, and obviously he wants Welsh fighters coming up there, so that's another opportunity for you and his boys.
It's really interesting the way
Europeans have always got it right with everything, and they generally do, you know.
It's just interesting the way
that's
they
why
got it out.
Brexit sucks.
You must say we're trying to get people to go to trials, but their whole system is the events that happen around the country are all part of the trials. You know what I mean? So if you're winning, you're basically working your way to the number one every year, and once you get number one, you represent your country, which is all paid for. Right?
It was crazy.
Okay, I see.
It was crazy, like, because in the semi-finals, two guys who were both from Jorgen's team fought each other. They didn't give no inch no quarter. They killed each other to the point where the one who won his semi-final failed a medical the next day, couldn't fight in the final because he was such a war.
I think we want to avoid it.
Yeah, because you know the lightweights we got at our gym. So me, Ray Lockyer, Cam Clark, Rhys Evans. I think that's all the lightweights. If any promoter or anyone at all tries to say, "Oh, Ben, we want you to fight them," no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, they would never like the only
It's because it was for something. That's what
they've got to. It's like in the UFC, in it. Eventually, sometimes it happens, but it's only as I have to. But in Sweden, that is what it is. It is all about being number one.
If you want that place, I imagine they get.
It's funny they went the semis or not the final.
It was 3 in the weight class, and the top seed was in the final.
But as you said, it's got that BJJ vibe in it. It's that competitive. It takes for Ben and sort of somewhat for myself. It takes the fight out of it. It's not. It's competition. It's not a fight. Yeah. You know, and I think that's really where we are with that.
But again, it'd be good. And in June when
I only want my guys, if they want to do it, I'm going to support them. I'll do.
You got a few go to the trials?
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple of like 14, 15, 16-year-old kids there.
Yeah. Do we know anything about that yet?
Really keen.
I spoke to IMAF on the weekend, and they're still working out the finer details of the final rule sets for the cadets.
It's going to be awkward.
Because you've got different people wanting different things. Some people want headshots, some people don't. And it's about.
I think unless you do headshots standing, at least, it's pretty much jets in it.
I just think, as I explained to Ricky, it's later in life, and it's just the kids taking damage at that age, you know.
Yeah, but I understand the ground and pound factor. I do.
I think a ground and pound is alright. Like, I mean, it can be a bit controlled. More than.
But like if there's no headshots, and you've got a guy who's well rounded, and you've got a guy who just does grappling, you know, he hasn't got to worry about that punch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You can't take out the big element.
It does.
It's too big.
It was like old school semi-pro. It was just grappler's dream.
If it was
like I'm a striker, I'll do pro straight away.
Good luck with that.
The system was.
You had guys like Sam Hooker who who had to turn pro straight away without any amateur fights, just because
He was
there was
a lot
no
of-
one around them weight classes, and his main
Because you can
skill.
pull your arms off.
Was it ground and pound?
Yeah, and his thing was ground and pound. Yeah,
Like Sam, you can turn up a fight now. You know,
Yeah.
he's a beast. Like
Yeah.
everything.
But as I say, he wasn't like...
He's doing yoga now as well.
is it?
You know.
Yoga friend.
No, Sam don't talk to me. Tell you what, he doesn't talk to anyone.
No, I've seen him in a long time.
I was in the gym the other
Wait,
day,
so
and I
he-
saw him, and he just went. I was like, right, Sam.
Yeah,
Didn't even recognise him.
Remember, like trying to omoplata on his far arm. I'm just like holding on for dear life, and he's like,
He was a lad. He was on Barmer. The last time he's supposed to be on Barmer at the end, either the end of January, beginning of February, and he trained right through Christmas. And that was what I was saying. He was coming to our gym, rolling with Mike,
yeah.
and obviously this is the size. And the fight got.
I like, good watch.
It was, yeah. The fight got called off 2 weeks before, so he trained right way through Christmas for nothing, and it wasn't even his fault. He wasn't injured or anything.
Yeah.
I think the actual show was cancelled. And I say he never fought since.
It's a tough one, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is,
but-
you know, it's a lifelong thing. It's a journey, and it's not a.
So,
Right.
quick, Jack Shaw.
Jack Shaw. Well, Jack Shaw. Oh yeah, news today. Jack Shaw will be fighting Scott Malone on the next Cage Warriors. He will be defending his title
August 27th.
on August 20. I don't know, April 27th.
April.
And I think it's a great fight. I mean, Scott has earned his shot. Jack, I think Jack would be too much for him, but I think Jack's another level to most people on the Cage Warriors bantamweight roster. Scott Malone, he's earned his shot. He's beat Josh Reed. He's beaten Adam Singer, Jason Jenkins. That's two teammates of Jack plus a former European champion.
Singer, is he related to Dean?
Yeah, Dean Singer's younger brother.
Is it?
Yeah. Their last names are spelt differently on Sherdog by accident. I was like, why is he your brother, but you've got the same name, but it's spelled different? And he was,
How do you spell Singer differently?
I don't know.
Not fair.
You read it.
Right.
But anyway,
No,
so
yeah.
best of luck to I think that's a great fight.
Yeah.
And Jack will come through all easy.
Yeah.
Fair play to Jack, he's good. Isn't he?
He's good, Jack.
I
That
don't-
Airlines fight was impressive. Like,
I don't know Malone, but you know, he's an honest guy. Jack, he's working hard. He's beating everyone who's in front of him.
Yeah.
You can't take
I
take
think
that away from
stepping into his area now, when the big stage.
Yeah,
and,
mate.
it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
fair play for all his support as well. Like that. When did he fight the Airlines? Was he Cage Warriors? 100%.
Yeah.
That night, literally every single fighter that fought from Wales, they were cheering for all of them. Like
Yeah.
it was hell. It was like honestly, it was like a rugby match. It was
As they
awesome.
say in it, a rising tide raises all boats.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
right.
the way John, Jack, all do well, and Brett, and it's just the scene is actually like Polaris coming to Wales as well now.
Yeah,
It's all right. Everything's busted, especially for such a small place.
Yeah.
Right then, we got 1 minute to go. So any sponsors you want to say? Now is your time.
No, I'll be honest. I don't do the whole sponsor thing. Actually, I'm still
You
an
can thank me.
amateur at the minute.
Look at me.
Puff Corley got too much. From Puff Corley got
So
money.
any
I can't do any
Ben should
compliments.
have a fight with me later.
Any thank yous?
Honestly, I won't do it just because I'm guaranteed to forget someone. But
all right.
just one thing I will say.
Final message to Scotty.
Mention to my brother because I live with my brother, and that honestly, that he helps me so much.
Final
And my
message
fans
to
as well.
Scotty.
I got nothing to say to Scott. I'll see Scott when I fight face to face is when I talk to Scott.
All right. So, all right, this has been the MMA Wales podcast, episode 26. Thank you for coming, Ben. Thank you for coming, Lou.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thanks for having us, guys.
He's such an honestly.
It's good morning.